Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Farm, thinking right out here in the lab. And I'm back in the book. I'm doing my thing. I'm teaching now. So, all my students, let's do what we do. I got some good for you. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rule live by. Storyteller, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right? Thinkers know thyself and always to. Might not be true, right? Thinkers, we're still doing the mysteries of our set. We're going to talk about, I'm going to give you a breakdown of the phrase know thyself. Okay. Here's a picture with our set, the original Madonna. And they're going to break this down for you and see right here. This is how they had know thyself. Break that down for you. And I got a whole bunch of information after that. So it's lesson time. Let's rock. Right thinkers, let's go. The goddess suckling on the divine child, with the divine suckling the divine child, is what they call the quintessential symbol for what? What's the symbol for that? Of the master, your mother, imparting her wisdom and teaching into you, the aspirant, her offspring, just as she did in the Assyrian resurrection myth. She's the ultimate sage, the ultimate teacher. The objective of what we call Shetaut Netta, or no, excuse me, Shetaut Aset. We're going to break down Shetaut and Netta for you in a minute, but Shetaut Aset, it means to study the mysteries of Aset. Okay? It is to be, is to lead you, the aspirant, to what we call supreme self knowledge. I guess excited. Okay. So thereby reaching ultimate, what we call ultimate spiritual enlightenment, the great awakening, or to those who know, Nihas. We're gonna break all that down for you in a minute. But that's just the starter. When they saw that picture of Haru sitting on Asset's lap, they knew that was teacher disciple concept. And every hieroglyphic had a triple map, a triple lineage, where it can mean three different things. So to break that down, you had to be real astute and understand how to measure that it works. I'm learning that as I go. That ain't easy. So I respect those people who mastered it, because I'm like, that thing got some stuff there. Okay, no. But I didn't practice it, so I'm doing it as I'm going. I'm seeing enough of it to start right now. I see it. But I just showed you. It says, know thyself. Your boy Socrates made that famous from the Greek aspect. But that was our calling card in Egypt. Okay, what you mean? The Iab, spelled Iaaab. Your ab is your heart. It says Reek, I, M, if I. That means no I in heart mind. What the what? Again, the third translation. Okay, what's this? Now see if it makes sense. I know what is in my heart, or I know myself. See there? The three layers of understanding, break it down to get the translation and the understanding. That's what I'm doing for you now. That I'm loving this walk, but that's what it's all about. To get the understanding of what they don't really teach us. Okay, and if you're interested in learning about yourself, this is what you need to be doing. I got you covered. Let's go. So the ab, or your heart, has a mind. We knew it right there. The have the heart mind. I tell you, your heart and mind got to become as one. They knew that. That's why God did. I didn't make the concept up. No, that's the concept that they try to sell you and try to get you to understand these things working in harmony. You can't miss. Watch this. The heart mind of every person, the ego thoughts, aspects of the personality. Remember, the ab of a heart is the mind of your person. And what happens is you identify with yourself. That's the ego. That's who we believe we are. And that's fine until you what? Raise your conscious level. So that's fine for the start. But the ego thought, and that's the aspect of personality, we are all ignorant, okay? But it is the essence, which contains your desires, your feelings, and your unconscious thoughts, which emanate from one's soul, aka the Ba of the person. Thus, to know one's heart is the great injunction of spirituality. For to know this heart is indeed synonymous with what? Knowing your innermost self. They knew God dwelt in the heart. They knew that, they knew that, they knew that. They taught it, they professed it, and they still teaching it. And guess what? It's still true to this day. Mm-hmm. Like in the 42 injunctions of Maya, it's teaching you how to hold yourself accountable to be your best self. What's this? And the teachings contained in these writings from the Pert M. Haru book, Coming Forth by Day, or the Book of the Dead, are given from first person perspective. Okay? But are indeed is meant as universal injunction, but every individual had to speak for themselves. Just like God, you had to have your own God experience so you can speak for yourself, and therefore it can be read this way. Do not lie. No, that's a commandment. Instead of I have not lied, and likewise, know thyself instead of I know myself. So you translate and flip it where it makes sense, and you can use it as a junction to motivate you, inspire you. In the text of chapter 26 from the Per M. Haru, the initiate, Ani, says he has gained control of his body, aka his lower nature. And now his soul will not be in prison. Why? He's not the victim of his ego. He rose above that. He got control. He's running the show. But this clearly means what? Means that he had gained self-knowledge of what? His true self and the deeper, powerful self, aka God, within himself. He no longer what? Knows himself as Ani. Name change, identity change, but now as one with the divine self. Asar. He's Asar Ani now. That's Godhood. That's what you aspire to go to. If you live a virtuous and righteous life, that's what your heart will show at the end, and you will go on to be with the Father. Concept that Christians got, okay? But there's things they taught you how to do that here to get there. It wasn't a mystery. It wasn't a secret. All you had to do was follow the plan. Live it. All the stuff I've been learning, I've been living it. Why? To see if it worked. So I know firsthand it worked. Damn, how old did it? No, it'll make a difference. It still worked. Like the Christian's blood of Jesus still work. Knowledge of self still work. Moving on. Instead, in the text, what does it tell you? Now, this gives him the power over what? His ego. Excuse me. Yeah. This gives him the power, what? Over his lower nature, aka his ego personality in the physical world as well as the netherworld or the duat or the afterlife. The ego has to be controlled. Simple as that. And there are other passages that's in the chapter 17, chapter 64, and elsewhere in the Pert and Haru, as well as the temple inscriptions, which the same teachings, know thyself. That's the creed that I stand on. Okay, that's where I got it from. What's this? That's, guess who made it famous? Socrates later popularized it. Man, know thyself. Okay, he understood the concept, so he brought it to the world and took credit for it from that perspective. Now you hear me saying Shetaut Netta. I got a little paragraph here to break down Shetaut and Netta together. Let me break it down for you, and I'm gonna show you over here. No, I'm gonna stop over here next lesson, but I'll give you some breakdown right now of Shetaut and Netta. Shetaut, Sheta, means mystery. Sheta means hidden, something that ain't easily, okay? When y'all say amen at the end of the prayer, that means so more to be. No. But that, no, don't care who told you. That's not what it means, okay? It means the hidden one. Let's go. So I just want to put that up for my Christian. Everybody swear they know. No, I'm just giving you the origins of the concept. But the first and the most important teaching to understand in our study surrounding the ancient Egyptian word called Sheti, Sheti, or Shedi, Shedy. Sheti comes from the root Sheta, again, hidden, it's mystery, secret. The ancient Egyptian word Sheta means something which is hidden, secret, unknown, or cannot be seen or understood. A secret, aka a mystery. That's what Amun represents. Amen. That's what he represents, the hidden essence in everything in the world. Hence, Amen, Ra Patel, hidden, visible, and manifest. Hope you, if you're a student, you understand it. If you just turn it in, you might not understand it, but I'm teaching those who follow my teachings, y'all to get it. So let me get back to the lesson right quick and break it down as best I could for those who just tuning in. But what is considered to be what inert matter also possesses what hidden properties, or what we call Sheta, Shetau, Aket. That's ritual words of what? Power, Heka, Ka, Heka, mantras, words of power, okay? Religious texts, and you have pictures or Shetaut Netta, or what we call divine mysteries. Shetaut or Sashetat are the secret rituals in all cults of the Egyptian gods. Shetai is the hidden god, incomprehensible God, the mysterious one, the secret one, the one name of the soul of all ancient Egyptian gods. Amun is Sheba, which means the one whose soul is hidden. Not so more to be, okay? For my Masada brothers, I know y'all too. But the name Amun or Amen itself signifies the hidden one. Sheti, aka spiritual discipline, is to go what? Deeply into the mysteries, the teachings, to get the answer, the esoteric meaning, the hidden meaning in the lessons, to study the mystery teachings, and to what? Master them and learn the literature profoundly by what? Practicing them, implementing them in order to what? Penetrate the mysteries and reach Nihas. That signifies resurrection of one spiritual self. You was dead spiritually when you was ignorant. With spiritual enlightenment, you become alive, a new life, reborn again, resurrected, spiritual awakening. The body, the physical body, or sheet, S-E-T dash T, sheet, okay? That means the mummy, one that's in the casket, and they wrap the stick and put it, that represents you, your spiritual concept. And that's where what? All human beings focus their attention to what? Practice their spiritual disciplines. And when spiritual discipline is mastered, aka perfected by you, the true self, your sheet, Shti, he who is hidden in the coffin is now revealed to you. You realize you are him and he is you. Ain't that what Christ said? My Father and I are one. He had the teachings, the lesson. He broke it down his way. I'm just bringing it to you my way. Now, that was Shetaut. That's the hidden mystery, okay? Now, Shetaut Netta together. They mean secret about the divine self that's in you. The spirit that's in us is of God. God is divine. So we are divine beings having a human experience. Let's go. Divine spiritual beings having a human experience. So the book of coming forth by day represents what we call the second level of Shetaut Netta. The first is the mystery, teaches the stories. The second is Shetaut Netta. Shetaut Netta means the way or wisdom of the what? Hidden divinity, which is behind all creation. Feel me here? Religion has 3 levels of practice for it to work the way it's supposed to. That's like Masonic, Mason. If you come inside Masonic order, you're going to learn the first level, first degree, independent, second degree, fellowship, third degree, master masonry. At the third degree, you're supposed to be enlightened to who you are. If you don't reach that level, you just walk around claiming to be a mason, but you're not a master mason. Moving on. And same practice with religion. Y'all got the first 2 degrees. Y'all got the first 2 parts right. But because you don't practice, you don't implement it, you don't master it for yourself, you don't perfect what you believe, so it don't work for you. So religion don't work. Yes, it do. They all do. If you what? Practice and doing right. Exercise don't work if you don't do it right or you don't do it at all. So understand that. Practice, practice, practice. So the first is the myth. Again, a story telling about it. Every Christian know the myth, which includes the traditions, the stories of everything related to the myth. Okay, the myth, the character. Yeah, myth, religion, concept, myths. The next stage, the second level, is the ritualization of the myth. Excuse me. You go to church every Sunday. I'm on the prayer line every Wednesday. We follow the tradition. I understand that. And the first Sunday, we do the Christ ceremony, drinking and eating the Christ. Okay, that's all what they practice. That's the Christian religion form, Christians. But the final stage, and y'all stuck on the first two, because the final stage is the metaphysical philosophy. That means you have to be educated. You have to be practicing what you're learning and putting it to use. And behind in all the teachings given in the myth, the book of the Assyrian resurrection, it presented what they call the complete myth of Asar, which is life. Asar, Aset, and Haru, which is the spirit that's in me and you. The book coming forth by day, it represented only stage 2. It took you to the second level. And that's the ritualization of the myth of Asar. Okay? Through the practice of the ritual contained in the book, now it's possible to feel, think, act, and ultimately experience the same fate of Asar. Spiritual enlightenment, knowing thyself. Thus, a spiritual aspirant, right thinker, you are to be understand that he or she has now incarnated where? On earth. Spiritual beings incarnated on earth that have a human experience and have been dismembered by one's ego, thoughts, doing all the wrong things, and your actions have to be in suffering consequences of the bad negative actions from the negative ego thoughts, you suffer. However, by gaining an understanding from the studying of the hidden mysteries, right thing philosophy, now it's possible for you to reach a state of what they call beatitude and resurrection, aka enlightenment, just as Asar did. He's the king of the afterlife. Why? That's his place forever. That's eternity. That's immortality. Not going to hell. No, no, no. When you hook up with him, you in the lane for immortality. That's the concept. All right, one more paragraph. Yep, almost there. Here we go. So therefore, a serious right thinker, spiritual aspect, you should see every aspect of yourself in life as a ritual that you practice daily, in which your soul within you, aka Asar, is struggling to what? Be reborn again. This spiritual rebirth is only accomplished. How? by the daily practices of listening to the teachings, practicing them, and meditating upon them. That's how. With the understanding of the hidden knowledge, now you can see that all nature around you is of divine. This includes plants, animals, plants, and stars, food, other people, etc. So, through your understanding from experience of the myth for yourself and how it relates to your life, because you implement it in your life, and by living your life according to this understanding, following the ritual, now you can lead yourself to discovery of what we call and realize you have your own mystical experience from the work that you put in, the way you live in. It will happen. The Kundalini will rise. You will have a change. And once you learn and experience the deeper truth beyond your own being, your higher level, this is the true practice of religion. That's what religion is supposed to do. Elevate you to the next level to get you to God. I know that. I just told you that. I know the purpose and definition of religion. But if you understand, it's just the superficial teachings of religious myths. Knowing them, practicing the ritual, don't do nothing. And when you practice its rituals blindly, without understanding the deeper implications, you will not obtain higher realization. That's why a bunch of y'all running around here ignorant Christians, swaying you got some, swaying those, and don't got or know nothing. Your practice, your daily practice, will be at the level of just dogma. Okay, y'all quoting verses, y'all spouting sayings, but you ain't putting none of that to use. I fellowship with a group of people who put it to use. That's the difference. But this is why there is so much religious conflict. Okay? In the world today. Not just back, no, it's still today at the level of dogma. Each religion has a different myth and ritual, and therefore little, if any, common ground upon which to come together on. Everybody wants to do what they want to do. Nobody sees it the other person way. Pissing match. What happened? But the results of this misunderstanding, misinterpretation, corruption, and ignorance have been personally delusionment and started wars. Yet at the mystical or the metaphysical level, the intellectual level, when you put it to work and manifesting it, all religions are really actual pointing towards the same goal. That is spiritual realization, aka spiritual enlightenment. You're supposed to know God. You're supposed to connect with God. You're supposed to have your own God experience, even in the religion concept. That's what it's supposed to do for you. So I get excited, but I'm shutting it down. I'm getting too excited. So I'm bringing back with lesson 2, part 2 of this lesson. Good stuff coming up. But right thing is in closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I know that my right thinkers who understanding now where we are, what she taught and knowing thyself have passed away. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you got something from it. I'll be right back.